So how many struggles have you had this morning setting boundaries and making sure things get done? How many times have you had to repeat yourself? Parenting expert Michelle McVittie has a solution. And okay, I want to know, as a parenting expert, do you have to repeat yourself sometimes?
Of course I do. I'm a human and I have human children, and I have a teenager that, yeah, he doesn't care if his room is clean. I care if his room is clean.
Okay. Yes. And is there there's a little bit of give and take here?
Absolutely. I think it's just really thinking about, even when you're thinking about teenagers, this is his space. How much am I pushing it? I have no cups, okay? I have no cups. So you need to bring the stuff down. So we do that, and we have a bin and put the cups and the bowls in there. And I have to alter my expectations that it is his space. But when you have younger children, you have to start building those routines and making sure that they understand how to do things, that we're just not jumping in to do everything for them.
And it's a great way of teaching independence as well. And a lot of times I can imagine, like, I remember when I was a kid, it was like, if you got asked to do something, it was like, oh, I'm big now.
Yes,
you know?
That's right. I think that is a big deal. So less nagging, looking at what is it that needs to be done, and does it need to be done right now? Even your tone. If I'm like, Annette, do this for me, you know, or do this or do that, or I have to remind you, instead, after you're finished, you know, doing A and B, then I want you to do this, and then walk away.
And you've got a couple of great examples that we're going to show on screen. We'll start with one here first of worksheets that you make up for parents.
Yes, I do a lot of that because parents are talking too much and children do not hear you. So this really is specific to say what needs to get done. Make the bed, pack the lunch, and check the time. Analog clocks are so helpful to understand how much time do I have, because a digital clock doesn't tell you what's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Pack your bag and then pick a chore. I did this one for a client because these were specific things she wanted to do. And then when I am done by 7:30, 8:30, 8:20, then I can read a book, play with my Lego. But if you're letting them do those things first and not their priorities, what are you teaching?
Okay, and here's another example.
Yeah, and this is for a smaller child. Just the pictures, you know, whatever you want to say, that's, you know, this brushing your hair, brushing your face, washing your face. Then we have breakfast, then we brush our teeth, then we get dressed. You might have to help them a little bit, and then we can do these things. So maybe the son is going outside or playing or cuddling with my cat, because I want to cuddle with my cat, but it's time to get ready. We have to go to daycare. First we do this, then we do that, if there's enough time.
And that can really cut down, if it's done well, can really cut down on all the tension. We think, like, you know, parents probably going through it right now, kind of half listening to this, so watch it again on our website.
Yes, absolutely.
But it's like, yeah, it's like if everybody's kind of doing their thing and watching the clock, then it helps when you're getting out the door.
Exactly. And why do you have to tell a child every single thing to do? That is task initiation. We want to engage a child's independence, and when you are telling them, okay, now get dressed, okay, now it's time to do this, then they're waiting for you to prompt. Instead, it's saying, mornings aren't working so well. What are your expectations? What is the 5-year-old's expectations versus a 10-year-old? And how much time do you need? One child dawdles, another one needs 20 minutes. So fair does not mean equal, but you need a plan and consistency.
Right, and probably pretty important that both parents, if it is a two-parent family, that both parents are involved in this, that it's just not one kind of shouldering the responsibility.
Yes, and that does happen, and sometimes when you're stressed, I want it done this way, it has to be done that way. You have to alter expectations, take your foot off the gas, and what are you saying to your partner when they're not doing it right or it's not good enough? Really tag teaming. What are your strengths? What are their strengths? And try to make it work together.
Because if you have the sheet and everything's going, but the other partner goes, yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about that, right? Yeah, you have to present it as a team kind of
Exactly.
thing.
And if you have a child that is pushing boundaries, they're going to push boundaries. Yeah.
Is it making it a game almost for younger ones?
Yes, and you could do that too. Set a timer. Who can get dressed quicker? Know your child and what's going to work better, instead of just like feeling like you're yelling all the time.
Yeah, because that's not good for you either.
It's not, and you're stressed. And is it really about this thing, or are there other stressors and this just adds to your stress? Yeah.
Always great advice from you. Love having you
you.
on the show. We'll
Yeah,
get the links
my
to all
pleasure.
your social media connections there
Yes.
up at chch.com/morninglive.